Women in technology. Now that's something you don't see or hear about too often. It's a well-known fact that women are underrepresented in the fields of science, engineering, and tech. Only 8.5% of Silicon Valley companies have a female board director, and just 2% of open-source developers are females. But why? Studies often cite education, support, and role models as the main reasons. At the launch of Her Code in San Francisco, I spoke with some females about their experiences in the tech sector.
I came to the Valley 4.5 years ago, and I'm, planning on starting my company. And it was sort of out of the idea of trying to help other women who are already further along starting their companies. There's a lot of barriers to meeting investors, but also to getting feedback on your idea. You don't know if what you're building is actually worth your time and your effort.
There aren't that many women who start companies. It takes a lot to start a company. You're basically giving up all your salary usually, so you really have to have a high degree of confidence that you can really do it.
I meet with about 1,000 startups a year, and a small number of those, relatively, have women as co-founders or as part of the founding team.
We decided to look at women in technology in the Silicon Valley. And we found some scary things, such as only 4.3% of companies raising money are led by women.
I think there have been a lot of women building companies and working as entrepreneurs all this time, and they go unnoticed often because they're not taking a traditional path of venture fundraising. They're building their business in a much more bootstrapped way.
Now, I'm not in the software industry per se, even though we only do software investments. I'm in the venture industry. There are fewer women, the firms are smaller, so a lot of the sort of competitive forces you see among dominant males comes forward in partner meetings.
I think that's kind of an enduring challenge, that there aren't that many women in tech, but I think that there's a big change that's coming, and I think that's partly what we found through our study.
From my observations, when I first came here, I was always the one or the second female at any networking event. And now I'm seeing a change. I'm seeing more women come.
Often when there is a woman in the room, it's in a marketing role or a public relations role. But that's changing, and it's starting to change, I think, more quickly, and that's very exciting to see.
According to a new report conducted in Silicon Valley by Orange, the adoption of social media by young girls may reverse the long-standing absence of women in a male-dominated industry.
In the past, this problem of women in tech and women in the STEM fields has been looked at in terms of historical factors or cultural factors, as well as what the government might do. But people haven't really looked at technology itself and what role technology plays.
70% of 15 to 17-year-old girls are on a social network site. 75% more girls blog than boys, and 45% more girls create web pages than their counterparts.
The new generation of young girls who were born after 1995, and their use, being digital natives, and their use of computers and technology, and how they kind of are involved in storytelling, and many of the programs that they work with to create content in a way teach them how to program as well. So I think that there's this big difference now with the younger generation of girls and their comfort level in terms of using technology as part of their everyday life.
And one way we helped was to host a Ruby on Rails workshop day, where for free women can learn about Ruby on Rails programming language. We were the host of 85 women who took the class during one day on Saturday. Childcare was provided, as well as food and just easy parking, and we realized there was a waiting list.
Every year we do the startup competition, and it's open to startups in alpha or beta with one female co-founder anywhere in the world. So you can apply online, you can have the opportunity to meet some high-profile investors, you can learn more about your idea, whether it's good or it needs improvement. So I would encourage anyone who has some sort of idea to build it in time and apply next year.